target reached.
We're crushing the statutory number.
Separatist petition organizers say they've got the signatures needed to trigger a vote.
It's going to be very divisive. It's going to chase away investment.
Calgary homeowners will dish out hundreds more in property taxes. Can councils squeeze any more money from the province? And giving Alberta whiskey its own distinction.
It's time Alberta whiskey gets the recognition it deserves.
The effort to grow the local distilling industry.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Camilla Di Giuseppe.
Good evening. Organizers behind a petition on Alberta independence say they've got the signatures needed to trigger a referendum, and they intend to collect names right until the May deadline. That's when the verification process begins. And as Alicia Fieldberg reports, a new Abacus poll shows most Albertans strongly oppose the idea, but think the Premier would vote to separate.
Organizers of a petition calling for Alberta to separate from Canada say they've already met the threshold, which could lead to a province-wide vote on the issue. They believe they've collected more than the 177,000 signatures, which represents about 10% of eligible voters.
We're crushing the statutory number, and we're just going to continue working ahead until the 2nd of May to demonstrate to the government of Alberta how strong the support is for independence in Alberta.
The petition remains open until May 2nd. Then it will go to Elections Alberta. If enough signatures are confirmed, the question could be put on a ballot in October. Alberta independence remains a minority view, according to a recent poll by Abacus Data, where 26% of respondents support independence and 64% oppose it, the vast majority strongly opposing the idea. Some influential business leaders in Alberta say it's already having ramifications now, and some political scientists say it will only get worse.
It's going to be very divisive. It's going to chase away investment, and it's going to damage the economic stability of the province and the livelihood of the average Alberta resident.
Just this conversation about separatism is already pulling back investment.
That's why there's pressure for the Premier to stop prolonging the conversation on separation.
She doesn't have to go down that road. All she has to do is have a vote on the floor of the legislature. And if she has separatists in her caucus, that's fine. Let them vote that way. I am still confident that majority of Alberta MLAs will want to remain in Canada, and then the Premier can start focusing on other issues that are challenging our government.
His Forever Canadian petition has over 400,000 verified signatures from Albertans who want to remain in Canada. But it still sits with a provincial committee which has to decide what to do next.
Any petition that has signatures validated, it's our intention to put that on the ballot in the fall. The reason Mr. Lukaszyk's is different is because there's been some confusion about whether or not he wants that.
The Premier says a legislative committee meeting on April 21st will decide how to deal with the Forever Canadian petition. There's already a province-wide vote plan for October 19th on a number of other issues, and the Premier says the questions for and against Alberta separating could also be on that ballot. Alicia Fieldberg, CTV News, Calgary.
Alberta's education minister says new legislation will remove politics and ideology from classrooms. The new bill will require teachers and school boards to be neutral and impartial when delivering lessons. They must also ensure both sides of historical or political topics are accurately represented. Employees will also be protected from participating in activities that conflict with their personal beliefs, except under approved curriculum. The province says the measures are to ensure students explore ideas and different perspectives.
Students need to learn how to think, not what to think. They need to learn how to engage in diverse views and develop and foster their critical thinking skills.
The legislation will require schools to only fly the Canada and the Alberta flag, with oversight on other flags displayed. Schools also have to play the national anthem once a week, and starting September 1st, diploma exams and provincial achievement tests will go to an online format. The typical Calgary homeowner will pay nearly $400 more in combined property taxes this year. Councillors approved the rates today, but much of that increase is because of provincial hikes. With oil prices rising, the mayor is making a push for more money from the Alberta government. Here's Jordan Canagan.
Calgary property owners will see taxes soar by a combined 8.1% this year.
We lived within our means. We spent responsibly, and to see that massive increase in property taxes due to the provincial government decisions, it's extremely jarring.
On Tuesday, councillors rubber stamping this year's tax rates. And while the city side will increase by 1.2% for residential properties, the province's portion jumps by nearly 20%.
Not really fair to Calgarians, but that being said, if we can get some money back from the province in order to be able to offset that, then it might be worthwhile in the end.
The typical single-family homeowner will pay just over $2,700 in municipal property taxes and more than $1,900 to the province. Combined, it's $4,700 in property taxes, a $387 jump from last year. While condo owners will pay $1,350 to the city and $957 to the province. Overall, a $2,300 tax bill, up 4%.
Seeing what's happening in the Middle East, the significant boon that the province has brought in, we're expecting a fair share of that to be extended to all municipalities.
The province says that won't happen. The current high oil prices will help royalty revenues for the 2025-26 budget year, which ends Tuesday. The Finance Ministry saying surpluses aren't a discretionary pool that can simply be reallocated on demand. We look forward to seeing Farkas's Budget 2027 submission during the 2027 budget consultation period.
Maybe with the higher oil prices and more income, maybe we will get the province to cut us a big check for our water main pipe or something, some other grants that'll come in and help alleviate that tax burden.
Jordan Canagan, CTV News, Calgary.
Mark Carney says he's pleased with the progress of his government's Memorandum of Understanding with Alberta, but 2 items won't meet tomorrow's deadline.
Continue to move forward, so there's a lot of momentum. Do I think we're going to announce an agreement tomorrow? No, I don't think we're going to announce an agreement tomorrow, but I feel very good about the progress and the state of the discussions. Thank you.
The April 1st target for 4 items would help pave the path for a new pipeline. But 2 items remain on the to-do list, including changes to industrial carbon pricing and the development of the Pathways Carbon Capture Project. New data from the Pembina Institute says the uncertainty means $40 billion of potential investment remains on pause, adding that even if the MOU is fulfilled, it doesn't guarantee a new pipeline. It still needs a private sector proponent. A serious crash south of Calgary this afternoon sent 3 people to hospital, including a child. It happened on Highway 2A between Alderside and High River, involving a minivan and a car. Calgary EMS says 2 adults in 1 vehicle were transported, one in potentially life-threatening condition, the other in stable condition. A child in the second vehicle went to the Children's Hospital in stable condition. A 4th adult was uninjured. Traffic in the area was rerouted during the investigation. Well, some Calgarians took advantage of an unexpectedly steep drop at the pumps at some gas stations. People lined up at this tempo in the Northeast, where gas dropped to $1.43 a liter. It's the lowest price we've seen in a while in Calgary, but some other stations were dipping below $1.60 as well. Some drivers say they waited about 15 minutes to fill up.
It's like 35 to 36 cents difference in the highest and the lowest price available in Calgary.
This is amazing. This has been a crazy moment since I've been in Calgary. I've never seen the stations so occupied. This is phenomenal.
The drop is the latest twist in what's been a roller coaster month at the pumps. Prices have climbed to nearly $1.80 a liter this week. Danielle is in with our first look at the weather. As we say goodbye to March, we say hello to April. April Fool's Day.
Yeah, it's no joke that it's going to be chilly out there for the morning hours. Minus 11 with the wind chill. Seriously. Also, in the afternoon, we should get up to +3, which is a little warmer than today. But you will notice the conditions deteriorating as we go throughout the day. So in the afternoon, the clouds will increase, the winds will start to pick up. This is all ahead of a system that's on the way that will deliver a pretty significant snowfall once again. If you remember the one we had on Monday, this one should be fairly similar. We have anywhere from 6 to 10 centimeters, and that should start Wednesday night. More details on that coming up.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Looking for an Alberta-made spirit? A new provincial bill is designed to help you pick one out. The Alberta Whiskey Act will clearly define what is Alberta whiskey and how it's made in an effort to grow our distilling industry. Tim Brooke explains why it's an extra unique piece of legislation.
New parameters around Alberta whiskey will soon define exactly what makes this drink so sought after.
In simple terms, it means the product has to be made right here in Alberta from start to finish, using 100% Alberta water and primarily Alberta-grown grains.
The Alberta Whiskey Act is a new effort to grow the local distilling industry. Producers have been asking for clear labeling parameters for years as they try to differentiate their whiskey in a competitive market.
This starts putting the eyes on us, getting people to come to Alberta, in parallel with our tourism industry that is burgeoning right now and developing rapidly.
If Kentucky can bring in $9 billion annually, we are the breadbasket of Canada. We are the grain producers. We make wonderful whiskey here, and we have been for decades. So why not us too?
And the Alberta spirit isn't the only noteworthy part of this bill.
It's AI entering into the core machinery of government.
The province used artificial intelligence to help write the legislation. It won't say what percentage is AI, only that it helped with research and data entry, and that humans had the final say.
This legislation is structured, it's repeatable, it's pattern-based. AI is good at all that stuff. The challenge is designing the workflow around it.
Alberta's government predicts this likely is not the end of AI assistance.
We're not really anticipating a world where AI writes all of our legislation alone, but we certainly anticipate one where AI can be one of the tools that we use.
Expect the Alberta whiskey title to be handed out to eligible distillers later this year. Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
The province says distillers don't have to participate in the Alberta Whiskey Act if they don't want to. The title is not expected to impact pricing or availability. Coming up, a new growing season is upon us, and with it are calls for policy changes to help Alberta farmers struggling with high costs. That's next. Dozens gathered in downtown Calgary to mark Transgender Day of Visibility. The transgender flag was raised outside Old City Hall. The day aims to raise awareness about discrimination, combat misinformation, and foster support for trans rights.
Trans people are your neighbors. We are your bus drivers, we're your nurses, we're your families, and your loved ones. What we want is freedom, the freedom to be ourselves, and to not have governments interfering in our private lives.
Several events around Calgary tonight were held to mark the event. Calgary's Chamber of Commerce is releasing recommendations to update and support Alberta's agriculture industry. It comes as farmers face rising costs and global uncertainty ahead of a critical planting season. Mark Villani has more.
Southern Alberta farmers say they're playing a guessing game.
It's kind of like deer in the headlights a little bit. Do I buy? Do I wait? You know what's going on? The war just seems to be getting worse.
Driven by conflict in the Middle East and uncertainty over tariffs, fuel costs are spiking and supply chains for fertilizer are being disrupted, now up around double the price from last planting season.
Last I heard, it's over $1,200 a ton. You're definitely going to see yields come down because you're just not going to be able to afford to put on as much fertilizer as you would like.
When you think about costs, this is terrifying.
It's why Calgary's Chamber of Commerce is sounding the alarm, flagging long-term challenges in a new report. By 2033, 40% of Canadian farmers are expected to retire, but only 12% have a succession plan. Meanwhile, Alberta is expected to see about 1,900 unfilled agriculture jobs by 2030, costing the agriculture sector $3.5 billion in sales.
So let's figure out how we connect people to their food supply, and how do we do that from an educational standpoint.
The Chamber is also recommending governments step up to remove interprovincial trade barriers and more investments towards modernizations in supply chain infrastructure, pointing to projects like the Prairie Economic Gateway, a future inland port and logistics hub south of Calgary.
Let's make sure people have access to capital, make sure that, we're expanding that trade infrastructure, whether it's across the country or to ports.
Increasing efficiency through robotics and artificial intelligence is also recommended to save costs, combining information from multiple sources for farmers to analyze soil conditions or other historical data.
You can actually predict satellite imagery, and you would be using the right amount of, say, fertilizer, water, pesticides, and all of those things.
But getting through this season first is expected to be a roller coaster ride of its own.
It's kind of unprecedented. You kind of just don't know what to do.
Mark Villani, CTV News, Calgary.
Farmers on the Canadian prairies will once again be able to use strychnine to kill gophers. The federal government has reversed a Trudeau-era decision to ban the pesticide. Both Alberta and Saskatchewan lobbied Ottawa to allow strychnine again. Alberta Agriculture Minister R.J. Sigurdsson says allowing the chemical gives prairie farmers another tool in their toolbox for gopher control. The two provinces will be able to use strychnine until November 2027. A recall to tell you about involving two meal kit services. HelloFresh Canada says it's recalling some of its meals after shredded Parmesan cheese was found to be contaminated with listeria. The recall applies to both HelloFresh and Chef's Plate products in Canada. Customers would have received the meals between March 7th and March 27th. Pregnant women, the elderly, and people with weakened immune systems are particularly at risk. Well, Danielle's up next with her Skywatch forecast. We've got much more snow on the way, then a warm-up as we head into the Easter long weekend. Details next.
All right, well, Calgary was one of the colder spots in southern Alberta today, only reaching a high of 0. 8 plus 8 is a normal daytime high for this time of year in the city. Banff got above freezing at 2, Drumheller got to 4, Lethbridge and Brooks got to 7, Medicine Hat 6. So warm temperatures in many parts of southern Alberta today. Will be a little warmer in the city for tomorrow. We'll get up to 3 degrees, but it probably won't last too long because the weather pattern is going to be changing tomorrow. March is our snowiest month. We're headed into April. April is typically our second snowiest month. So here we go. This is a huge moisture feed from the southwest. This is going to lead to a significant snowfall Wednesday night through Thursday in southern Alberta, Calgary included. We're going to get enough to shovel. I don't know if you remember the last round we had on Monday in the city. That's what's happening once again. All right, so for tomorrow, it looks like we'll get some sunny periods and then the clouds will start to increase throughout the day. By the afternoon hours, you can see the snow starting to build into the mountains. And then we'll even see some isolated showers. Now, because we'll get to +3 in the city for tomorrow, we have the potential of kicking this off with some isolated shower activity. Lethbridge certainly looking at that and areas off just to the east. But then we're really going to quickly switch over to snowfall, especially in Calgary. And it will be heavy at times through Wednesday night and then through Thursday as well. More of a rain event in the far south because tomorrow we will get into the double digits for areas around Lethbridge. We may even see thunderstorm activity with this as well. Weak thunderstorm activity, and then switching over to snowfall late Wednesday night and through Thursday for the far south. All right, how much can we expect? This should clear out by Thursday night, and anywhere from 6 to 10 centimeters is what's likely in Calgary, and basically for areas Red Deer, Cochrane, down through High River. This is more of the bullseye area and areas just to the west of Highway 2. Outside of that, we're looking at smaller amounts, but also because in the far south, it will be mainly a rain event and less of a snow event. So a couple centimeters expected there and about 5 millimeters of rain at least. All right, longer range forecast. We'll get up to 3 degrees. The clouds will increase. The winds will pick up to 40 kilometers per hour in the afternoon. Wednesday night, just to break it down, 1 to 3 centimeters possible of snow Wednesday night, and then another 5 to 7 on Thursday. Also cool on Thursday with just a high of 0 once again. But we're getting this all out of the way before a long weekend. Long weekend, things get a lot brighter and a lot warmer. 7 for Good Friday, 10 degrees by Saturday, and at least 5 for Easter Sunday.
Looks great, Danielle. Thank you. The Professional Women's Hockey League is taking over Calgary. Coming up, we catch up with the players practicing today at Winsport. Jeremy Hansen is thanking a Calgary astronaut for her role in the Artemis II mission.
It's been a privilege to train alongside my Artemis II crewmates and, of course, my CSA colleague, Jenny Gibbons, who has done a tremendous job as my backup, but also in helping to define training and processes for future lunar missions.
Hansen thanked astronaut Jenny Gibbons in a video posted by the Canadian Space Agency. Gibbons is the backup Canadian astronaut if Hansen is unable to take part and has been undergoing the same training as the Artemis crew. After launch, Gibbons will help coach the astronauts through key mission objectives. It's a dream come true for local athletes to play pro hockey in front of their hometown fans. The PWHL Takeover Tour is in Calgary this week with a big game tomorrow at the Saddle Dome between the Ottawa Charge and the Toronto Separatists. Here's Glenn Campbell with more.
Jessica Condis grew up in Valley Ridge and always loved the game of hockey, but she wasn't sure she'd ever get the opportunity to play professionally. That all changed when the PWHL started in the 2023-24 season. The league is thriving, and now Condis gets to play a game at the Saddle Dome on Wednesday night.
Growing up here, I didn't even really know much about the women's game. I played boys hockey and didn't know much until I went to high school about the girls' game. So, yeah, it's super surreal, and I'm excited about it.
Condis isn't the only local player suiting up in Wednesday night's game. Sarah Wozniewicz is a forward with the Ottawa Charge, and she says this game is a big deal for her.
I think it's just going to be a whole lot of emotions. I mean, having all my friends and family there and just playing in the city you grew up is something you dream of, and that's what I got to do tomorrow night. It's going to be so much fun.
Hundreds of fans turned up at Winsport to watch both teams practice and to get autographs. The PWHL has paved the way for some of these girls to one day perhaps play professionally themselves.
I appreciate it so much. I am so excited for it. At least I'll try really hard for one day to get to the PWHL and maybe get to a special team. I really appreciate how they had made this possible for girls.
And really, isn't that what it's all about for these players? Paving the way for others to have a chance to keep playing the game they love.
Yeah, it's super cool. Even today, seeing all the little girls asking for your signatures, it's so cute. And I mean, it's something I wish I had when I was growing up, but now it's awesome that little girls can look up to us and have something to dream of.
And of course, being back home and spending time with family.
Yeah, I got to go home last night, which was awesome. And tonight I have another family dinner and get to see, I have a new niece that I get to meet, so that's super exciting. And yeah, have a good home-cooked meal.
Glenn Campbell, CTV Sports, Calgary.
Tomorrow night's PWHL game between Ottawa and Toronto at the Saddle Dome kicks off at 7:30 p.m. All right, that's it for us here at CTV News at 11:30. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.